G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game spawning in on the north side of the map, playing as the Mongols in the color blue. It is, oh, don't do me like that, Linecore. It is the Viper. And we'll allow it because he's gone the Khan here. So welcome. This is the Golden League, ladies and gentlemen, and we are casting a series between the Viper, who spawns in the north, and on the south side of the map, in the color red, playing as the Chinese, the Muslim. This is game number 2 in the series, despite what the score says on the screen at the moment. I'm sure that they will fix that up throughout the game, but I'm not going to spoil the first game for you. If you want to watch that game, make sure you check out the game or the video before. Never mind, I've spoiled it already. You can see it's been updated on the screen. The Viper was victorious in that first game. This is game number 2, and we are on the home map of the Muslim. It is Altai. That is the map he has elected to play here, and he's going to be playing the Chinese on it, so a very strong map for the Chinese. And keep in mind, this is open battlefields. Altai is an open map, and he's picked the Chinese here. Obviously, that is primarily because of the way in which you can restrict your enemy's flow, your enemy's ebb, your enemy's narrative. In the early game with the Chinese, obviously very, very capable of controlling space through the Barbican. Managing so far to do a pretty decent job cleaning up all of the hunts and very, very close to his starting or to his mill. Now back in the base of Viper, we can see that he has dropped down the pasture, so not looking to go for any early aggression at this stage. Just going to be looking to take things slowly, take things steadily, and probably just going to be looking, honestly, to fast castle. I really wouldn't be surprised. So coming into this game, you know, you're thinking about matchup. You know, what is your enemy going to do? That sort of thing. The big question is whether the Muslim's going to play standard, because typically the Chinese, you want to play standard on this map, just because you're able to boom with impunity, essentially. So I would expect that we're going to be seeing him do that, maybe even go into a fast dynasty, but at the same time, it is the Muslim, and he could always throw a spanner in the works. He is a very safe player, so it's important to note that when it comes to his playstyle, that he is less likely to do a coin flip on a Barbican rush than most other players. So I would expect that Viper knows that. Viper's definitely going to be thinking about the best approach to the way that he's playing it. You can see that there's not going to be any tower rush at this stage in the game. Hasn't added in any form of aggression with regard to, you know, a barracks or a stable at this stage. So I would expect that we're just going to see a straight fast castle coming out from Viper. Probably just going to go into Lancers. I would say, honestly, mass Lancers, and he will just try and kill him with that. The other alternative is that he does like a men-at-arm push and then tries to do a timing with Mangonels. And look at this relic! This relic is the king of the hill, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful relic. The relic to, I mean, we're going to call this relic Simba, because this relic is the king of all the lands. Yes, what a beautiful relic spot that was. But yeah, it's not the only one as well. On the south side of the map, it looks like that relic is also potentially up the hill. But Deerstone's getting dropped down for the Viper. On the other side of the map, we see the Imperial Academy coming down for the Muslim. I would expect, if we take a look towards the top of your screen, you will see our beautiful UI. And when I say our beautiful UI, it's not really ours. It's actually Overlay Guy's. For anybody who doesn't know Overlay Guy, Overlay Guy did the overlay for N4C. He is also doing the overlay right now for Golden League. And this is one of the most beautiful overlays you've ever seen. This is the overlay that I dreamt about. You know, when Age of Empires 4 was first announced, I'm like, oh my god, they're going to have an amazing spectator overlay where I won't have to click any buildings to work out if upgrades have been researched. How wrong I was. But that's okay, because Overlay Guy is here to the rescue, and he's got a beautiful UI, a beautiful overlay. Now, I don't have my hands on this overlay yet. And so, you know, I've reached out to Overlay Guy. I've said, hey, buddy, any chance I could get that overlay off you? And hopefully he's going to be looking at licensing it soon. But I'd love to know what you guys think of this overlay. Do you think that is there anything that you would change? Is there anything that you'd like to see added? Anything you'd like to see removed? Is the spacing too weird? Are you happy with the spacing? You know, tell me what you think about this overlay, because I have a direct line with Overlay Guy. Yes, that is correct. A direct line with Overlay Guy. I mean, I can always put in requests and say, hey, I reckon you should do this, I reckon you should do that. But we now see Viper Reaching the second age, Muslim also up, and a potential second dynasty or second landmark will come out of him. But it looks like we have got a military building. It's going to be an archery range going down for the Viper, so not something that I expected. Obviously, this is a play that you can make, but if I'm honest, I don't think this is a reasonable approach that you can play against China. And the reason why is because with the Barbican, you're going to be able to secure up so much land, and we now see that Barbican coming down for Muslim as well. You can see it's just coming down at the bottom of your screen. Even though Lidicor at the moment is focusing on this outpost, the Barbican, there it is. It is coming up, and there's a lot of villagers. I say a lot of villagers tapping away at this. There's not, Drongo. There's one villager tapping away at this. So it could be a bit of a Datacan that comes up, a Barbadout. I don't know exactly what the best way to say it. Barbecue, a barbecue that fizzles out, I guess. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is interesting. So essentially what happens here is Muslim is going to be able to scale very well. His villager count is going to continue to rise. He's also going to have access to the Chokunu, which will completely destroy the Archer in Age 2. Completely destroy it. So I feel like Viper's only real play here is to get to Castle. So I'm curious to see whether he finds that, and if he doesn't find it, what he's going to be looking to do to actually try and finish the game in the second age, or at least put on pressure in the second age, because it might just be outposts. But at the same time, Muslim going into, if he does go into Chokunu, highly likely he'll get a blacksmith down, and if he's got the blacksmith down, it's going to be easy for him to go into siege engineering and look to actually get a ram out. But we do see a Mangudai coming out, which is kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. It's very strange to see Mangudai coming out against China. It's definitely smart against a number of civs, like civs that like to go cavalry or melee cavalry in particular. It makes a lot of sense. So like it works well against, I think against like Abbasid Dynasty, it's pretty good. Against the Delhi, it's also pretty good. But yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes against China, because as you can see, Muslim here walling up on the backside of his base. He's got a nice village here as well. Going to be very safely protected. And now we do indeed see the Chokunu coming out. Blacksmith already out, as I said. So that is, it's going to be, you know, he's going to be dropping down +1. Just going to be going into archers as well as Chokunu here. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to have in store. Muslim's China, you know, you got to watch out for it. Muslim, a very creative guy, but at the same time, a very strong standard player. So, you know, he can play you heads up and beat you just very easily. But now we see attack speed arrow going to be coming off villagers. Got to be careful. You can see he's focusing down multiple villagers. So not keeping his damage on a single villager, but rather spreading it around a multiple. So a little bit of a mistake there. Chokunu moving out. You can see the amount of units he's got here, not really supervising these. Siege engineering has come through as well. There you go. Now, I don't know whether that's been for the Viper or whether that was for Muslim, but I would assume it would be for Muslim, just because obviously he sees those around his base. But at the same time, I mean, I'd love to take a look. So, you know what? Okay, here we go. Look at Viper. You can see his military production right now, or military. He's got 3 military units, so it's just the Mangudais. And indeed, we do have the fast castle coming out. Okay, so I was a little bit scared for the Viper when I saw him going through the archery range. But the fact that it was only 3 Mangudai, or 2 Mangudai, I think it's a pretty smart move. And now, at the same time, we can see the Barbican going to be firing down on the outpost. Chokunu doing a great job. Spears also going to be looking to try and take down this outpost. He is securing this one up, and I suspect that we've got +1 has come through for Muslim, so you can see that is researched on the UI. So it's a little bit confusing just because you've got Muslim who is on the left side of the UI, but in the game he's on the right side. So he's playing from right to left, whereas Viper is playing from left to right. So it can be a little bit confusing, and I appreciate that it might take some time before you guys get used to it, because I mean, even me, we're 9 minutes into this game and I've only just realized, oh, that's why I'm getting confused. So Muslim gonna be looking to get the +1 upgrade. He's also got siege engineering. Blacksmith still not yet to come down for the Viper at this stage, but he's going to be able to clean up any outpost. But look at the units that are coming out from Muslim. He is funneling so many units out across this map, and we can actually see that he's pulling in the units back, or the buildings closer to his town center. He knows he might be in trouble. He might have potentially misplayed here. Going for the Mangudai obviously slows his castle age a little bit down, and the outpost does that as well. So he didn't go for the straight castle age, but now we see the units really starting to build up for Muslim at this point in time. He's got 27 military out compared to Viper, who's got, you guessed it, one One unit. That is it. Viper still yet to produce anything at this point in time. Nothing is being produced. Gets the step rid out. Finally has a men-at-arms coming out. And you can see he's dropping down more military production. But now we've got the battering ram coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Second battering ram coming out. And now we've got a little bit of trouble. Muslim is scaling. He's got those villagers that are coming out faster than Viper. Every 13 seconds he gets a villager, whereas Viper takes 20 seconds for his villagers. Obviously, Muslim is, or Viper is on the step rid out, so it means that he's going to be able to gather up more gold per capita or per handled gold. But now that Khan's going to be trying its best to do some damage here at the same time. The problem is, if you're making men-at-arms, which Viper is doing, the men-at-arms you might think counters the Chokunu. It doesn't. It really doesn't. The Chokunu has a guaranteed 3 damage against the men-at-arms. Even if the Chokunu has no +1 upgrade, it's still going to do 3 damage. And we actually see Muslim bypassing all of these units on the front line, or all of these buildings on the front line, and instead heading towards the Uvu. Now going to be turning his attention towards the barracks. You can see them actually being cancelled, and he's moving them back. He's scared. He is really scared right now. And you can see the first of the spearmen does go down. We're going to be moving back towards that gold mine. 19 villagers inside the town center at the moment. Chokunu going to be looking to fire down that men-at-arms. The first one, you can see the damage. It slowly but steadily ticks. But the problem is that the mass for Viper just isn't here. He's got 7 military production buildings, 7 military units rather at this point in time. Villagers going to get pulled now. Chokunu going to be looking to trade out with the villagers. He's doing a great job of cleaning up the villagers, moving back those battering rams, having a great time here, cleaning up so many villagers right now. He is just looking absolutely insane. Muslim looking very, very good. But now the men-at-arms going to be able to come out. Chokunu looking to potentially get cleaned up in this position, but keep in mind, Viper down to 25 villagers at this point in time. 39 villagers for Muslim, so a 15 villager gap between these two players. So even if Muslim's attack fails, he is still getting success in that he has traded out the villagers. So Viper definitely getting pushed up against the ropes at this point in time. 19 villagers still inside that town center. He's going to be looking to potentially pop those out right on top of the battering rams. We'll see exactly what he does, but you can see he's completely idle at this point in time. No units in production for him. I think this might just be good game right here, right now. Market going to get dropped down as well. He's got 850 gold in the bank, but there is nothing that Viper can actually do. And now the Chokunu going to be chasing away those villagers, continuing to force them to the edge of the map. Spearmen just looking to try and siege down the barracks, but at the same time, villagers jumping out, doing a bit of a fadeaway on that barracks, or on that battering ram. Barracks going to be converted over into the movement form, the caravan form. But going to be going down. Choke going to do so much damage and manage to actually take down that barracks before it is even able to get out. And now we can see he's really going to be able to focus down. A little bit of an attack going down in the base of the Muslim as well. I don't know exactly what that is, but at the same time, Chokunu managing to find these villagers up towards the north. Viper down to 20 villagers at this point in time, and definitely starting to look very, very dire for him. Viper, it looks like any second right now he could tap out, and indeed he does. There you guys go. A 12-minute game, a very short one right there. The Muslim getting one back on the board, and we go to game number 3 in this series. Fellas, once again, this has been Golden League. If you've enjoyed this, then I want you to go check out EGC TV on YouTube. Check them out on Twitch, because you can find more games just like this one with the beautiful UI, beautiful casters as well, handsome casters, good-looking fellas, just like me. And they're also quite talented as well. So I'll make sure I catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like the new UI.